What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Creative. Go ahead, say it with me. We are back at it again to do what? To create something great. Now, today I'm super excited what I have planned for y'all. We're going to be going over version 2 of our momentum scanner that we've already created. Now, if you want the full video, it is in the link in the description below. And if you haven't already, I need you to go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button. So quickly, before I go over version 2, I want to just scan over version 1 so you can have a frame of reference. So you can see that the libraries, we kept it super simple. We were loading 31 stocks that were defaulted into this. So as you can see, it has a limited window or limited universe, if I shall say, of the amount of stocks that it has available to it. So you can see the libraries that we're using are super simple. We were using the request libraries because I'm getting the data from FMP and loading the .env so you can get the keys from there and the data frames, and then Argus POS, and then import OS. So here is the symbols that we were using, right? And these are just everyday household names from Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, Google, Amazon, Facebook, another Meta, right? SPY, which is the S&P 500, the top 500 companies within the New York Stock Exchange. And then we also have QQQ, which is the top 100 tech companies within the NASDAQ. So I wanted to build a quite diverse universe so I can test out the scanner just to make sure that it's working. And here's the filter parameters. What we're looking for is that this is a momentum scanner, right? So I'm using RSI in order to gauge that it is not overbought or oversold, right? And I'm using the last 2 minutes, right? And 2 bars here is going to equal 10 minutes because I'm using the 5-minute chart. And for the volume look back, I want to make sure for the recent volume that it's averaging for the last 6 bars, and that's going to be 30 minutes, right? That it's above, I think, 0.8. But we'll see the actual parms. So let me just confirm. Volume. Okay, volume. And okay. So it was 1.8. All right, but nonetheless, so you can see here, super simple. Let me just go down to the end of the file so you can have that frame of reference here. So this file is only 374 lines of code, right? So let's go ahead and run it so you can actually see it live. I'm going to run it. So the market is open. I'm recording this March 19th, and it's about 1:20 in the afternoon EST, and the market is open. The market's open until about 4 p.m. EST. So as you can see here, the momentum scanner did ran, and it ran on the 31 default symbols that we talked about before. And when it wasn't able to find no momentum plays, right? That's okay because this is post-lunch. Post-lunch, you're coming off a bit of the sell-off that normally happens around lunch, and that's anywhere between 11:45 a.m. and it could last until like 1:20, even like 1:15 p.m. So you're going to have that lunch sell-off that normally happens. So you're not going to find that many momentum plays, right? So you see here, super simple. It gets the job done, excuse me, and we were able to test the theory. Now I told myself, all right, bet I can make this a little bit better, right? And the way that we made it a little bit better, as you can see here, the libraries have gotten a lot more dense. We're bringing in rich library to be able to make it a little more beautiful. You can recognize some of the other Python libraries that we used before. A new one that you're going to see here is aiohttp, right? And that's for async request. So we can do multiple things at one time and not waiting for one thing to be done. All right, I got to wait for the next thing. So async your request is being able to do things that multiple times. So as you can see here, we still have our default universe, but this is a lot more comprehensive. So I'm not going to, and another thing is that the universe has expanded. The universe has expanded to include FMP, which is the financial modeling prep. Also expanded to include all of the 500. It's really 503 stocks within the S&P 500. Also the IWM, which is the Russell 2000, the top 2,000 small cap companies. And they're also bringing in Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance drops a top gainers and top losers list every day. So this is just starting off our universe. So as you can see, we went from 30 to now we are like close to 1,000 as far as our universe is concerned. And as you can see, like the number of lines in code, it went from 374 to almost 3,000. So almost 10x the amount of code. So let's run it so you can actually see it. Then I'm going to go over the actual performance because I have that hit. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. My fault. Copy. Thank you. And you're going to see like how big of a difference. And you see the difference, right, fam? You see the difference? Before, the scanner didn't let me know if the market was open. Now I know if the market is open. Before, the scanner didn't let us know what where's the levels for IWM, for QQQ, and SPY. Now we can see that, and we can clearly see what is the filters for the scanner. So it wasn't 0.8, it's 1.2 x volume. So excuse me. So I got to correct myself. So as you can see, we have the 31 liquid stocks here, but we have other choices here. So let me use FMP and see if we can find anything from FMP. So what it's going to do is going to pull 145 gainers, losers, and actives from FMP, and then it's going to lay it out for us. Okay, perfect. So we did find some momentum plays, right? And again, this is not financial advice. If you do seek financial advice, please make sure you talk to a certified financial planner, those that are licensed, in order to assist you with your financial questions. This is merely educational. So we were able to find a couple of momentum plays, right? And another thing that I added to this was being able to have a bot that's going to simulate this for us. I thought I had it, but guess what? It's not here. Give me 1 second. Nope. Let me just get another one. This is cool. Give me 2 shakes of a second, because now I just need to go grab that file real quick. I need to go grab the file so I can actually run it, so you can see what I'm screaming about. I added a bot so I can actually execute these trades, and then we're actually going to go over the trades that we took today, because we did take about 5 trades today, and I want to go over that with y'all. But before I do, I want to run the bot. So 2 seconds. I know I'm supposed to have this before. I'm not going to hold you. Bel Air. I thought I did. Okay, here we go. All right, so now I'm going to actually run the bot, and I called it Momentum Labs. All right, beautiful. So Momentum Labs is going to run. So what it's going to do, it is pulling in the data from FMP, and it's also pulling in the data from Yahoo Finance. So in total, that's about like 200 stocks, give or take, right? So then it's going to go through the filters. Then when it's actually going through the filters, it's going to let us know, hey, bet, I found something. Then when it actually goes through that, then we're actually going to see this live, how this is going to work. So what I'm going to do, let me just do that. Do this. I actually want to go over the trades today that we've took. So I made a nice little calendar so we can actually, or chart if you would, so we can actually go over the trades that we were able to took today. So you can know what was the updates that we did, right? So version 1 only had a 5-minute time frame. It was FMP only, and it was terminal outputs. There was no tracking, no exit system, no manual hold time, no validation. And for version 2, what we've added is a multi-time frame. So we're using 5 minutes and 1 minute, 5 minutes to confirm the trend, 1 minute to confirm the entry. I'm also using FMP Yahoo, and Yahoo just for the stock data themselves, not for stock data as far as the gainers, right? Not for the actual underlying stock data. I'm using Schwab for that, or Thinkorswim. And we're also going to be running this via terminal and a dashboard, what you're looking at right here. And every minute it's going to have a checkpoint. We also have take profits, adaptive hold time, and real P&L with alpha tracking. And that alpha tracking is being able to compare our little algo that we have here, compared it to the SP 500. So here's the flow for our bot, that it's able to get its data sources from here. Then it's going to run its momentum scanner. Then it's going to be able to actually track those picks in our momentum lab. Then we're going to persist those picks, and we're going to have a dashboard that goes through them. So here is our picks. We had 5 picks that went through today, right? And all of them are wins. And that's kind of like, oh, I don't know, right? But I want to see if this is going to be consistent. So let's go over our most recent one. Again, not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research, fam. From KLC. KLC is Kinder Care Learning Companies. It is educational and training. The sector is going to be consumer defense. The exchange is New York Stock Exchange, and the market cap is 271. So super small cap company. We were able to get in at $2 and we got out at 229, fam. So we were able to make 10% on this trade. The volume ratio is about 10x. Our RSI was 61, and then our VWAP percentage was 31, and then the spread was 44. So not bad. And today our algo loved KLC because it went into it 3 times, and each time we went into it, it was a win. So now let's actually go look at the chart real quick so we can actually see how it's performing, KLC that is. And I'm looking at it using TradingView, and I'm using the 5-minute chart in order to look at it, right? So just a quick refresher. Each one of these candlesticks represents 5 minutes of action between the buyers and the sellers. Whenever you see a green candlestick, that's going to represent a buyer or a bull, and their main aim is to push the price up. Whenever you see a red candlestick, that's going to represent a bear or seller, their main aim is to push the price down. So when I say that they're pushing the price up, they're probably trying to go to resistance. When I say they're pushing the price down, they're trying to go to support. So as soon as this stock opened, right, and I wanted to find out what the hell happened with KLC news. KLC company. Oh, earnings. And then we have John Wyatt acquired almost 500,000 shares of KLC. That's interesting. Why? So we're able to catch a little earnings play. That makes more sense. And then you have a lot more institutional buyers that are stacking in. So we got in around like over here. We bought in the dip, and we bought in a couple times in the dip, and you're able to see that here. Now, I'm not going to hold you. I don't want to make this video super long. If you do, you can also see that there are rejections, right? So it's just not all approvals, but we have rejections here as well. Now, I don't want to make this video super long. If you do want more videos like this, go ahead and make sure that you smash the like and subscribe button. If you do have any questions, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Is there anything that you're seeing that I'm not, as far as being able to make this momentum scanner a lot better? Now, it's your boy Creative. I'll be back at it again with another episode.